Okay, we're on the new land here now, and we took a quick walk around the pond here and found a few places where we can put in coyote sets. Come on, Doug. I think what we'll do, we'll just walk down here again and kind of show you what we got. There's a lot of cow trails in here because they had cattle in earlier. I've seen one good-sized bobcat track, but it was an old one, so we know there are cats in here. So I think what I'll do is I'll put a coyote set in right down in front of us here, maybe two, and then what we'll do is we'll walk around over to that area over there. There's a bunch of cow bones over in that corner, so I can lure one of those up and use that also for a coyote attractant. Okay, I think what I'll do is I'm going to set you up right here, and I'm going to go back to the truck. I'm going to get my traps and the tools that I need to dig in this hard soil over here, and then we'll get this thing going. The dog's getting pretty smart in his old age. He was sitting up in the truck waiting on me. He knows these traps bite if they hit you. Some wax paper out here. Left the other one up in the truck just for convenience sake. Okay, we'll pull this up, put this right over the dog of the trap. The dog is the long thing there that sits underneath the pan to hold everything in place. Now let's see, let's take this, let's put a little bit of this on it. Okay, now we're going to take and cover that spring up. Any loose chain that we got out here. There's that. Okay, that's good. Alright. Now we'll put some dry dirt in around that frozen dirt. A little bit of it up here to take any suspicion away. There we go. A little bit over here. Again, I like to go around the outside of my trap first, get it all plugged in there the best I can. Don't want it to move at all. Notice that trap is not moving at all when I touch them jaws, and that's the way you want it. Just break some of these little clods up to fill in that little hole back there. Okay, that looks pretty good. Alright, now we'll give it a final covering. We'll put a dirt hole in, put a piece of rabbit in it, and we'll see how it goes. There we go, that looks pretty good. We'll give it one final filter here. Okay, that's good. Now we'll take, okay, our pan is right in the center there. So I want my hole to be about 9 inches from that. So what I'm going to do is move those clods up there to give me my reference point. And I'll dig a hole about right there. Again, I'm digging it mostly straight down, so they got to stand there to get into it. I don't believe in digging holes all the way to China. I like to make them so that they're deep enough to hold the bait. I can put a little grass over them. That'll keep the birds of prey off of it. Okay, that ought to be enough. Now we'll take and we'll cut a little bit of this old rabbit off. Little homemade axe here. Takes a little more work, but we'll get it. I'm gonna put the fur down and the meat up like that. We're gonna put some dirt on that, hide it from the birds of prey. And I think what we'll do is we'll put another little piece on this side. That way, just in case he wants to fool around here a little bit, we can give him a chance to, let's see, about right there. We'll just put it there. Put a clod on it. Get that fur out of here. We don't want that. Okay. I'm gonna now the pan is right there. That's the bare spot right in the center, and that's where he's going to put his foot when he puts his nose down there. That's right at 9 inches. Okay, now let's go down here and get this other trap in. All right, we'll set this up here for you. You can see another one going in here. And there's where our dirt hole is going to be up here. Our trap pan is going to be about right in there when we get done. Everybody always keeps asking me, why do I use such long trap stakes? 2 reasons. One is to keep the 2-legged coyotes from just reaching down and pulling up a trap. But more importantly is to make sure that when I come back and there's a coyote in it, he's sitting right here waiting on me. There's a little cedar tree right up behind us here. So that's a good reference point as to where the traps are at. And as you can see right here, I got my trap tag on. And I'm ready to set this trap here for the next victim there, so to speak. Okay, now let's get our trap bed dug here. This ain't too bad a spot here. Kind of like that. Put some of this up there to keep the coyote from coming in from the side or the back. I dig this for my springs that stick out a little bit so that they can fire up, but I want the animal walking through the jaws like this when it's set. I don't want him stepping across the jaw where the jaw coming up could push his paw up out of the way. Let's see what we got here. Well, that last coyote bent that spring pin a little bit. There we go. That'll get it. There we go. This is one of them that the previous owner of this trap had filed a little notch in there to make a night latch. And I use them because I just didn't want to replace the pans. I don't care for them because it's an awful light trigger, but that's okay too. Okay, take and set this over here. The trap stake will go right there, and we'll cover it back up with that duff. This used to be a cow pie here, so that'll help cover my scent up, and that's all that I care about. Okay, now we'll lift this loose jaw up and get our wax paper back out here. There it is. 1, 2. That'll usually do it. Got our little fold in there. Now these traps that I am using are also offset, so again that allows blood flow to go into the animal's foot so they don't feel it as bad. I've come up on bobcats a number of times that were sleeping when I got to them. Okay, that ought to take care of that. All right, let's get this trap bedded and then moved on to another spot. I think I might put in a few dog proofs. I seen a little bit of coon sign, even though coons aren't worth much now, if anything. That ought to do it. Get our initial bedding in here. Get them springs tapped down. Okay, that trap ain't moving. That's what we want. Okay, now we get this thing final covered and we'll move on to the next set. Now we got to get a little piece of this rabbit off here to use for bait or attractant, whatever you want to call it. There we go, we got a little meat. Don't need much. Their nose takes good care of finding stuff for them. Get this fur pulled out of here. Just throw that down in there to get it away from the set. Take a little bit of this dirt here and put over it. A little bit of this cow dung thing here. There we go. And we'll take another little piece. Put right under this side here. Okay. So there we go. Kind of give you a little bird's eye view of it here. But anyhow, that's what we got going today.